Yoruba Sociocultural Youth Group, Yoruba Youth Collective Solidarity Movement, has disclosed its plan to drag the Imo State Governor, Hope Uzodinma, to the International Criminal Court, ICC, for allegedly harboring the principal suspect in the attack against the Coalition of United Political Parties, CUPP, spokesperson Ikenga Imo Ugochinyere. The group also called on all European and American countries to ensure a total visa ban on Uzodinma, his family members, and all members of his cabinet until he releases one CR1M1NAL to the police for proper investigation and necessary prosecution if found guilty. The group alleged that it believes that the attackers were not unknown gunmen but sponsored thugs allegedly employed by Nwaneri, the special assistant to the governor on special duties. According to a statement issued by the group on Tuesday, Nwaneri's threat calls to the CUPP spokesperson prior to the January 14 attack have gone viral and fingers are being pointed at him as the most likely mastermind of the deadly attack. The statement signed by Peter Oyewole, Director of Contact and Mobilization of the group, reads in part, few days after Mr. Ugochinyere was attacked, the house of the Idiato North local government area of Imo State, Christopher Ohizu, was also attacked with his house burnt and he was later gruesomely murdered. We join other Nigerians to state that the number of the suspects in the arson are murderers that took place at Barrister Ikenga's country home on January 14 is Mr. Chinaisa Nwaneri, who is a special assistant to the governor of Imo State. We are aware that as a sitting governor, Mr. Hope Uzodinma has constitutional immunity in Nigeria, but he doesn't have international immunity. To this end, we are calling on the diplomatic community in Nigeria, being a direct threat to democracy and rule of law in Nigeria. All European and American countries are hereby appealing to ensure a total visa ban on Mr. Hope Uzodinma, his family members, and all members of his entourage serving in his cabinet until he releases Mr. Chinasa Nwaneri to the public or to the police for proper investigation and necessary prosecution if found guilty. Threat to life is a criminal offense, particularly when the threat has been executed. The security agencies, especially the police and DSS, must get Chinasa Nwaneri arrested and investigated because he is the only suspect in this matter. We will take this further beyond this press release in the coming days as we will collaborate with some civil society organizations to submit official petitions against Governor Hope Uzodinma to the various European and American embassies, in addition to petitioning against him at the National Criminal Courts. We stand firmly in solidarity with the CUPP and its spokesperson in this terrible incident in demanding quick justice on the crime. Well, I hope this is not an effort in futility, but all I know is that there's no smoke without fire, because all fingers have been pointing at the governor of Imo State, Uzodinma, concerning a lot of things, whether unknown gunmen, whether Bubeago, whether this Ugochinyeri's case before now. A lot of things have been happening and people are accusing him left, right, and center. At some point, this man told us, or Uzodinma, he told us that all the unrest happening or that we have been seeing in Southeast is not a hip-hop issue, that they are political. So now they want to shift the goal. It's not going to work. People can see through what is happening, but because of these people, they are not ready to do the right thing and they use the government's power to intimidate people. And that is why you see that things don't really work. All the people that are supposed to take action, the security forces and agency, they are not even, they are incapacitated because they are under the same government, the same people. Truth be told, without me saying words, Hope Uzodinma and Chinasa Nwaneri are the ones that masterminded the killing and burning of houses, cars in Ugochinyere house. Well, which a faceless Yoruba group is this? Keep quiet, I'm ashamed of you. This group are doing what normal people supposed to do. This shows maturity. Imo people need outsiders like this group to rescue them. Faceless and senseless group. Why can't report Hypop ESN and Samuel Ekpa and unknown gunmen to ICC? Jobless set of people. Don't mind them. Hope and his illegal executives cannot go to anywhere as far as Igbo nation is concerned, and APC, which is labored in the past, who has labored in the past, got bad gifts from the governments, ranging from inclusiveness in the governments to Python dance 1, 2, 3, and other terrible things happening in Igbo land, especially none of the S-men killers has ever been arrested or prosecuted to date. Criminals always hate people that are against them. What Uzodinma to, you want Uzodinma to keep quiet so that you and your ESN will take over Imo State. Okay, anything that could be done to unmask those behind all these dastardly actions against or going on in that their southeast must be supported by all well-meaning Nigerians, as this should not be a matter of I am not from the southeast. This recent gruesome murder, I mean the most horrific gruesome murder of a local government chairman, which is killers, the beast even ensured that dastardly action went viral, must not be allowed to go under the carpet. All these killings are happening almost every day right under the governor of Imo State. This must seen as an abomination. Imolites were trying to manage the circumstances that brought him to that office, and yet the worst continued happening. What type of evil, blood-sucking leader is this? Are you sure this group is not responsible for the death of Huizu and the chairman of Idato North local government? I'm suspecting them. No, you are the suspects. APC turning Southeast to blood feed just to win election. More grease to you group, this Yoruba group or so. Well, please leave APC alone out of this. It is so sad that since Uzodinma assumes office, it has been killing upon killing in the state. It is deal to unmask the masterminded of the attack on Ugochinyere and the killers of Idiato, not local government caretaker chairman. Imo State cannot continue this way. This is a very good one from this group. Justice must prevail. Hope is a demon planted in Imo State via the Supreme Court's Abakari before he died. I see hope. Okay, we'll be in disgrace. This is worse, whatever we can see. Where this is a worse reading, where a witch cried in the night and a baby died in the morning. It is the witch that killed her. The Chinasa Waneri is the brain behind it after he made openly what he planned against Ugochinyere in a viral video shortly before the incident. How good and pleasant it will look before God and man if you make good this threat to make sure that this man is sent or is reported to ICC.